Stan Kroenke's team, the Nuggets, take out the championship. What is going on?
Well, we addressed this, a few, the last couple weeks, and just conversation of just, tipping our cap to the ownership, that Stan Kroenke, the ownership of Stan, this succession of championships, and he added another one last night with the Nuggets, bringing home the NBA championship for the first time in the history of the organization. Um, a gentleman's sweep, as they say, 4 games to 1, and probably not their best game of the entire playoffs, and they still found a way to win. I mean, shooting, what, 17% from threes. They were missing free throws. They were in foul trouble, and the Heat was in control until midway through the fourth quarter. And we go back to just tipping the cap to Stan of his philosophy of hiring executives and leadership within his teams, providing them with the resources that they need in order to conduct their job, and letting them and being a supportive owner, not a meddling one. And of course, the people in St. Louis may object to that a little bit, because that's probably the one case where he probably did get a little involved in the activity of the franchise so that it could move to Los Angeles. But look, it's turned to be a gold mine, with SoFi Stadium and the success the Rams have had in Los Angeles, and he certainly has proven to have 3 championship winning organizations in Denver, with the Avalanche winning Stanley Cup last year, the Mammoth winning the NIL championship, and then NBA championship last night with the Nuggets. And we mentioned and alluded to the success that Arsenal had, a little resurgence that Arsenal had this year, finishing second in the Premier League and qualifying the Champions League. And the Rams didn't have a great year, but 2 years ago they won the Super Bowl in their home stadium. So Stan's had a fantastic run, and I think I was talking with one of my colleagues that works for the organization and running the Ball Arena, and just he was he worked with me at Staples Center, and we saw the Lakers win 3 championships, and we saw a generation of fans celebrating championships that hadn't been won since the Showtime Lakers. And to see, he was talking about fans that he's seen for the last 15 years that he's been working there in Denver. The Nuggets fans. Last year you saw the Avalanche fans, which had experienced, many of them had experienced the Stanley Cup in the early 2000s, but Nuggets fans had never. It was he equated it to those Chicago Cubs fans when they finally won the World Series. These Nuggets fans have been through the ABA and a merger into the NBA, and have had very, very good teams that fell short. They've Jokic has been a 2-time MVP, and for whatever reason was the voters felt that he didn't deserve a third MVP, and maybe he didn't deserve a third MVP, because maybe he didn't deserve one of the ones before. But this year, so he took that, call it a slight, didn't get the MVP, and did something that never been done in the NBA playoffs. He led his team to the championship and led everybody in scoring, rebounding, and assists as a big man. Never been done
Wow.
before. Never been done as a player. He had 10 triple doubles, most ever in a playoff series. He passed Wilt Chamberlain, who is by many listed as one of the best big men to ever play this game. Kareem never did this. Shaq never did this. Tim Duncan never did this. Giannis has obviously never done this. I mean, we're talking about a historic run, but he wasn't the MVP. The MVP actually got knocked out in the semifinals and actually, didn't carry his team to the next level. So it's one of those things that there's a lot of great stories that played itself out, and in the long run, the best competition that these Nuggets had in the playoffs were the Phoenix Suns. We took 2 games off of them. Probably should have taken the third and could have taken them to 7. And the Suns just fired their coach and, are kind of, looking at what they need to do now to compete with that team in Denver, which looks to be getting, returning most of the people back. They had, very good, star player performance, fantastic performance from their bench and role players. They've got a great coach, great owner, but as we've seen, the West is the toughest division. You still got the Lakers will be back. The Warriors will be back. Sacramento's coming. We've got you've got a young team in Memphis that is looking to make a push. The Phoenix Suns aren't going anywhere. So look, there is a very good chance that the Denver Nuggets don't get back to the finals next year, much less win another one. So tip your cap. Congratulations to them. Happy for an organization to win it for the first time because it's special. It just so happens to be a Stan Kroenke owned team. Doesn't surprise any of us that they're well run. They have fantastic resources. They got a great facility, got a wonderful fan base, and they're probably still celebrating tonight, and as they should. Now they wear the bullseye, and let's see, how they react as the defending champs when everybody they play wants to knock them off. It's tough. It's great to be the hunter in a lot of cases, and it's a different thing when you're the hunted. And so that will be the first time in the organization's history that they will wear the bullseye, and let's see how they react to it. But for now, congratulations to them and to all those folks in Denver that waited 47 years for this. Enjoy it.
Very interesting. Do we have much of an insight on how much a championship makes a difference on the commercial side of things?
Well, yeah, of course, the value of your season tickets just went up. Your merchandise starting to get sold a lot more. You're selling a lot of championship merchandise, to commemorate this. You now have that. You get that little gold tab on the back of your jersey that says you're a championship organization, and that means a lot. And yeah, just across the board, you will see an uptick in pricing, tickets and sponsorship and radio advertising and all the other elements, because now you're talking about the world champion Denver Nuggets when you're partnering with an organization. So there's a typical uptick, and maybe it's a you know 10 to 15% type of boost, initially. But if this were an organization that was going back to market with its jersey patch, you might see a nice little $1 million boost on that. You will likely see a boost, a boost in premium ticket sales. For courtside seats and those high end luxury assets, because now you've got some more amenities. Hey, we're going to have the Larry O'Brien Trophy in the in the VIP lounge, or you're able to do things like that. So yeah, you're going to see a little bit of uptick in those areas, and the goal is to keep doing it. When you're winning back-to-back titles or winning three titles in 5 years, like what the Warriors did, win a three-peat like the Lakers did in the early 2000s. Those are those are massive capitalization opportunities, for an organization, because you're becoming a dynasty. We talk about that with a lot of these organizations that have won multiple championships, and the Nuggets also did something that was rare, in the sense that the way they went through the series, 16-4, I think, was their playoff record. Um, that is the best record for a team winning its first championship. Those 16-4 was reserved for teams that were defending champions, that were dynasty teams. They were the Bulls. They were the Lakers. They were the what the Heat did in their back to back years. What the Warriors had done. I mean, those are the types of runs that organizations that have won multiple championships were doing. This was the first time that a first time winner went through the just basically just ripped through the playoffs. So leaves a lot of question, or not a lot of question, but it certainly puts the NBA on notice that not only the Nuggets, were they a great team this year. I mean, when the Bucks won it a couple years ago, you know, you had the Warriors weren't in it that year. You had they were facing the Suns, who was getting to the playoff, to the championship for the first time. You had a lot of things go your way. And obviously they didn't even get out of the second round, or the first round the next, or second round the next year, and they got eliminated in the first round this year, and then their coach got fired. 2 years after winning the championship. Here is an organization that doesn't appear to be taking any step back. They've got arguably one of the top five players in the league in Jokic. They've got another fantastic player in Jamal Murray. They've got a top five coach in Mike Malone. You've got an organization, run by Stan Kroenke that's going to give you the resources. So they are a team that appears to be on the front end of a dynasty run. Look out. Here we go. You know, they're going to be fun to watch. But I think they've got one player that's Bruce Brown, that's a free agent. I think everybody else is under contract for next year, so or of significance, I should say, is under contract. And they're poised to be a team to be reckoned with for the years to come. So for those selling the tickets and luxury suites and sponsorship, that's a great thing. But for those general managers in the West and the rest of the NBA, that's a nightmare. For you and I, we get to just enjoy it, as people, working in the sports business, and let's see what happens. Because again, is it Phoenix's year next year? Is it, will the Heat break through again? Do the Celtics come back? Is it finally the Sixers with a coaching change? Who knows? We're just getting ready to go. We got the draft in a week's time. So we'll start seeing some of the new fresh blood coming out of college in Europe, coming into the NBA. San Antonio has the first pick. Last time they had the first pick, they got some guy named Duncan. They went on to win 5 championships with that guy. Who knows? It's look out. We're brace ourselves for the next generation, but celebration for the Nuggets and Stan Kroenke again. Another cigar being smoked by Stan the Man.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Rob, once again. Week in, week out, you're definitely here for us. And to everybody who's tuned in and will be listening to us through our podcast channels, thank you all. Take care, everyone. And that's all from us.